Hello, happy Friday. So if you have been doing your 7-day fresh start, or even if you just jumped in with the 21 or 28-day anti-inflammatory, you are probably about 4 days in, 3 days in. And I know I had mentioned food journaling at the beginning, and I wanted to talk a little bit about that. So the food journaling, whenever we think of food journaling, we immediately jump to a diet. You need to measure your food. You need to weigh how many ounces of this, how many tablespoons of that. That's not what I'm looking for. This is going to be all about how you feel based on what you're eating. That's the kind of journaling we're looking for. And this is going to be feel physically and emotionally. So you can always just use a notebook. Notebooks are great. You can get one at the 99-cent store, or sometimes they have them for like 50 cents at Staples. It doesn't have to be fancy. But if you are looking for a journal, this is one that I just picked up at Target. It doesn't have to be this one. It can be one similar. What I liked about it, and this is why I grabbed it. So this is the daily check-in, is this page here. What it has on it is how much water did you drink? Today's intention, what's your purpose for the day? An affirmation or mantra, a space for that if you want. Then it has, what did I do today for self-care? Maybe that's just a 5-minute walk. Maybe that's 5 minutes of quiet. Maybe your kids were making you crazy and you went into the master closet and slammed the door for 5 minutes. Today I will let go of. What are you trying to release? How many hours of sleep did you get last night? What's your energy level today? What did you do to move your body? Again, not big exercise, just how did you move? Did you get out? Did you walk? Today, my walking involved Costco and walking across the parking lot because I have a big truck and I had to park way in the back. So that was my walking for the day because I have other things going on. Now, when I was walking across the parking lot, I was doing it with intention, see if I could get a nice, decent step count in there. But sometimes that's your exercise. Did you learn or try something new today? What are you grateful for? And then how can you make tomorrow better than today? So, and then it starts with a how did you feel today? So I'm going to add one of these in with your intention or using one of these spaces. I want to know what you ate, not how much. We don't need measurements. I don't need to know you had 4 ounces of chicken, 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, half of a potato, whatever it is. I don't need any of that. I want to know some basic stuff like, what did you eat? Did you eat chicken, broccoli, potatoes? That's dinner. That's perfect. Although potatoes are not on the anti-inflammatory. So chicken, broccoli, and sweet potatoes. I want to know how you felt after you ate that. If something you eat makes your stomach upset immediately after, write that down. That's something you need to know. If you wake up the next morning and your stomach feels icky or your body aches or you feel foggy in the head or something like that, write that down. That's something you need to know. That's the kind of food journaling we're looking for, not measurements or amounts or calorie count. Just what did you eat and how does your body react to that? How are you feeling? So this is the kind of information that we're trying to keep track of with our food journaling. Something else to keep in mind that I want you to track as well is if you eat something that's maybe not diet friendly. Let's say you have a piece of chocolate cake at somebody's birthday. I want to know how you felt immediately after. Physically, yes, but also emotionally. We have a tendency to berate ourselves, to be, oh my God, I can't believe I ate that. Oh, I just feel so bad. I feel guilty. You shouldn't. It's food, it's life. Life is for living and enjoying. Or know that I had a potato and it was not allowed on the anti-inflammatory diet. Oh, I'm a terrible person. I should just give up right now. Obviously, I can't stick to this diet. No, it's life. So I'm more interested in how you're feeling about that because I think it's important that you start to see how you relate to food, to find your relationship with food. Again, if you eat something that's not on the anti-inflammatory diet, most important is to keep track of how you feel physically after you eat it. Is there something that upsets your stomach immediately, or do you just feel really achy the next day? Do you get gassy and bloated? Does your stomach wake up and you look like you swallowed a watermelon whole? This is the kind of information that we're looking for. So a food journal is Hugely important. I cannot stress it enough. You can grab one at Target. You can make your own. You can just grab a notebook, whatever it may be. But make sure that you are writing down what you're eating and how it's making you feel physically, mentally, if your brain is foggy and clouded, if you feel like you need more coffee the next day than the day before, or if you haven't been drinking coffee and suddenly you really are wanting that caffeine. Just keep track of it. It's important because I think that at the end of a month, when you can look back at that, you're going to be amazed at what foods trigger you. It's the only way to really know what's causing you grief. And you can start to recognize patterns, but only if you're keeping track. So have a fabulous Friday and food journal.